So this is the end of my win streak on Top Titans 2 tournament. I really could not try to defeat the top one. So he is from a clan that is, I think, top 6 on all-time top clans. And as tried to see based on the stats that I could only see, I could not really defeat this guy or this player. Even if I farmed too hard, I could not reach the actual gap. So I started from 100,307 max stage. I ended up being at 100,874. So yeah, I'm not gonna match that guy or that player. He's too powerful to even match in a tournament, placing for top 1 or fighting for top 1. So yeah, I got lucky and got up until the top 2 place or rank 2 place in the Titans 2, but really could not get the top 1. So sad. Anyway, so about the tips for my skill point or my skill build, I don't really recommend this yet because of the new release of the version. That's gonna be version 5.3, but I am still trying to experiment things out with my skill build here. As you could see, I changed my build quite significantly to just try the new skills or the rework skills rather. Yeah, some of them are reworks and some are new. So there you have it. This is my current skill build. I do not recommend you guys to try this skill build. This is just in my testing phase to give you a actual result here. You actually have to at least stay on stage for a while longer or for a while longer for you to be able to try and push further for your max stage. So as you can see, you need also to activate the perks skill 3 times each for you to have at least a decent amount of damage. It's still damaging, but not a lot. See, that damage is so slow. And I just got a new max stage, and it's hard for me to push after that. And also for tips of trying to win the tournament, I highly recommend you farm first for the Book of Shadows before tournament and during tournaments. At least a recommended percent of lifetime relics will be 85% above. So if you don't have 85% above, then there's a high chance that you won't be able to push hard when it comes to tournament and getting that top 1 or rank 1 place in the tournament. So you have to actually farm and to actually defeat some of the cash players. So usually if you are a casher or a cash player, you won't be pushing that hard because you rely on your money to get equipments that you can just buy easily. For me, as a free player, since I installed this game and played it, I did not really spend a single penny on this game. I just farmed for my things and my equipments, and I farmed it a lot. And there you see it. From I started this from stage 1 when the maximum stage is at 3,500. Now I'm at 100,875 as per today. Alright, so let me just try to actually prestige and farm. Okay, currently I could not use my main all gold bet. It's currently being on a quest. Okay. So yeah, I forgot to mention my diamonds. I use it for the Titan chest because of the promotion for magic dust, and I regret doing that. The task for upgrading the cards or the read cards for doing damage and clan rates. So now apparently the upgrade for the arcane, I think, yeah, the arcane bargain is a useless effect now, or a useless talent. It will just boost all of your talent or all of your other talents, but not the actual passive skills that it has before. And before, it will boost your passive skills. That's gonna be this timer skills, and it will boost these skills a lot of damage when you level it up. That's one of the reasons why I could push 1,000 or almost 1,000 max stage during those tournament times when I'm winning tournaments. Now, because of these new changes that was implemented in this new version 3.5, I'm experimenting things out to see how could I get another huge boost on my damage here. I'm just gonna be keeping you updated about it as well. And if you still want me to share my actual builds and my actual damage, I could show you guys the actual damage or my actual stats if you guys want it. So yeah, as mentioned, I'm still a free player or free to play kind of player here, and you could also reach this kind of level as I'm doing. You just have to be much more I don't really advise as a hardcore or think as a hardcore. It's not me playing as a hardcore. For me, playing hardcore is you could play 24/7 or at least 24 hours without sleep, and while eating, I guess, to have energy, but without sleep and just playing. That's hardcore for me. One whole day at least, bare minimum, to become one hardcore player. And if you want to be as a farmer or super farmer, and that's gonna be requiring you around 1 week of no sleep if you could do it. So yeah, here is my top percent for the event, the tavern event. That's 4.84%. I really did not expect I could get that below 10%, top for the bunch of 10%. Well, I got it anyway. And let me just check things. It's 50%. 54. Yes, too little for the upgrade. As you can see, from around 17,000 or 16,000 diamonds, I'm now down to 2,600 diamonds because of this Titan chest. So I regret buying it. It's kind of useless right now. Well, it helped me sometime and on some occasions, but I regret getting the legendary equipment out of it. And for those of you who don't have yet full legendary set, I recommend you guys getting the full legendary sets, or at least have them in order for you to get the passive skills or passive bonus that will greatly increase your damage output, and it will also affect your max stage push a bit harder for the pushing, and complete your mythic sets if you are kind of new and doesn't have anything yet, or if you lack any other equipment sets. You just have to complete it to boost your damages. And also, yeah, artifacts. So about artifacts, uh, you need to upgrade those artifacts that actually affect your main damage, your main focus damage. So if you are focused on the heavy strike, you need to upgrade those artifacts that heavily focuses on increasing the heavy strike damage. That's gonna be at least the all damage artifacts, the top damage. As you see, there is a heavenly strike increase of damage, and yeah, this one, the critical damage increase, or I mean sword attack damage. The critical one, I think no. Yeah. And let me see. Oh yeah, the night boost. Oh no, that's not. Let's check. Oh, it's nothing, so it's useless there. So heavenly strike, got upgrade the equipment or the artifact that needs the equipment to upgrade the damage for the heavenly strike. I don't really forgot what kind of equipment you need to upgrade it. So yeah, you need to upgrade this artifact as well in order for you to heavily boost your damage for heavenly strikes. And this Titan Smash, heavenly strike. So there are this 6 artifacts here. This will greatly affect your damage output. So for heavenly strike, you see it heavenly strike here. For Warcry or Clanship, you need the Warcry damage increase, and for the Shadow Clone, you need the Shadow Clone increase. But Shadow Clone has many damage multipliers. So Shadow Clone mainly, Warcry damage as well, Fire Sword as well, and Deadly Strike damage. So you need 4 upgrades of the artifacts in order for you to have much greater damage. And also having the Shadow Clone build, it will take some time to upgrade all of the artifacts that needs to be boosted, and in order for you to boost a decent amount of damage output. So that's why being on a Shadow Clone build is a hard build and needs more attention, like farming relics real hard in order for you to boost all of your artifacts that needs to be boosted. And also you need additional golds as well. Depends on what kind of gold are you planning to do and build. In my case, I'm building my gold for fairy gold, but I do not have any skill related for the fairy sound. That's just not gonna increase my fairy gold. It's just gonna increase the chance of me having multiple fairies and reducing the cooldown for the fairies to appear. So it's kind of a useless skill. So some of the skills in the skill tree are very useless if you are using a different kind of build for damage outputs. In my case, that's because I'm gonna be a Shadow Clone build. I'm heavily focused on giving my skill points through a sorcerer level or sorcerer, but I need to also give skill points to warlord, rogue, and knight. because it's still gonna be affecting my overall damage for my shadow clone damage. So see, it's easy. So for other builds, I don't really know. I not try to have other builds. I like more the shadow clone because I'm not the type of guy that needs to press it every time that skill expires or heavy strike expires. So I just need my shadow clone to do the damage and do the rest for me. Right. So will I win for this tournament? I do hope that I won't get caught cut off with the one that I the person that or the player that won with my previous tourney. This guy. I do hope that I won't encounter him anymore or her. See, that player is at top 6 of all time clans. He is one of the members of top 6 all time clan, on top of the 200 clans that are fighting for the experience of the clan. That alone is a huge boost because some of the players in that clans have an advantage over the skills that they use and how they could produce an actual heavy damage release output for pushing as well. So yeah, I do hope that you guys actually get some information from me. Sorry that I did not or could not really provide you accurate things about other builds. I'm just heavily focused on shadow clone build, and so you can see also I'm heavily focused on my equipment for shadow clone. See, so I just need to complete the final set, in order for me to get a much greater prestige relics when I prestige for getting relics, and also improve damage. So as mentioned, we're gonna be testing out this 3 new skill for the multicast and see how much damage they can increase if their level is higher. For this level, actually you won't see any damage difference. You need it at least around level 10 or above to have it, or to have this multicast skills to have a decent amount of damage boost. So yeah, that's it for an update with Top Tyrants 2. I'm so sorry that I did not get top 1 or rank 1 in tournament, but I'll see to it that I'm gonna be getting it on my next tournament. And don't forget to like and subscribe on my channel, okay?